South Dakota Republican voters will pick their nominee for governor on Tuesday. Aberdeen businessman Toby Doeden and current governor Larry Roden are on the ballot. The candidates advanced to this week's primary runoff election after finishing first and second in June's primary election. We're in uncharted territory. Never before in South Dakota history has a gubernatorial primary gone to a runoff. And in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Dan Centella takes a look at Doeden's primary campaign leading up to the runoff.
Among the four Republican candidates for governor, Toby Doeden was the only one not holding political office.
I can't think of a better way to describe me that would make me more proud than an outsider, because I don't want any part of the inside of the nonsense that's been happening in Pierre the last 10 and 20 years. I don't want to be associated with that at all. I'm going to Pierre to tip it upside down, dump out the trash, and actually move South Dakota forward.
During that same interview back in June 2025, he also highlighted a plan which voters have come to closely link with his campaign.
We are going to get immediate relief for all property owners in South Dakota, and ultimately, yes, we are going to eliminate property tax.
Among the four candidates, Doeden likely had the least name recognition at first, but this past March he was second among the four in the first round of polling from Emerson College Polling and KELOLAND Media Group. That same month, he stated his case in our gubernatorial debate.
You can pick one of the career politicians, and they will do what career politicians have always done: overtax, overspend, and continue to make South Dakota less and less affordable. Or you can vote for me, the outsider, the businessman.
His message, at least with some Republican voters, resonated. He placed first among the four in the next round of polling in May, and he went on to win the June primary with 31% of the vote. But he didn't reach the 35% threshold needed to clinch the party's nomination. He said his strategy was not changing, even though the field of candidates had narrowed from 4 to 2.
There's a lot of things we have to work on. Public safety and affordability right at the top of the list. That's what I've talked about for a year. That's what I'm going to continue to drive home.
The race, nevertheless, had fundamentally changed. A field of four candidates was down to 2. The most recent round of polling, done this month, saw Doeden relinquish his leading position. This time, Roden had a commanding lead, 62% to 32%.
You can poll anybody you want. The people we're polling, Dan, are the people we know are showing up in a low turnout runoff. We're going to win.
In our recent Conversations with the Candidates special, Doeden said his property tax plan would be a gradual process.
If I said I was going to build the biggest grocery store chain in the country, I wouldn't build 5,000 grocery stores tomorrow, Dan. I would build one at a time. So where are we going to start with the phase outs, right? That's how we deal with a big issue.
Now, the end of the primary campaign has arrived.
I think it's going very well. I think the voters are going to reward me on Tuesday for continuing to talking about positivity, affordability, and law and order.
He highlights his person-to-person outreach on the campaign trail and also has a promise for the future.
On day one, I will make every decision on what's best for you, the people of South Dakota, and the next generation and our grandkids.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Dan Centella.
The winner of Tuesday's primary runoff election will advance to face a Democratic candidate, Dan Allers, in November. Coming up in tomorrow's Eye on KELOLAND, Dan will look at Larry Roden's primary campaign leading up to Tuesday's primary runoff election.